Namaste. Welcome to the Advaita channel of the Sangha of Being. Anantaji Ki Jai, Sangha Ki Jai. Welcome. I'm Atma and I will read from the Song of the Avadhut, of Dattatreya's Song of the Avadhut. And today I begin from, I'm still on the first chapter, and today we start from the verse 36. I welcome all. Namaste, Namaste Stacy. I see you on YouTube. Namaste, Namaste Nikhil. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. I hope my audio is okay. So I can start. As I said, we start today from the verse 36. Just let me check something. Okay, I start. First to say I'm very happy to read this beautiful divine song of Dattatreya, of the Avadhut, the song of the Avadhut. I've already read before, but every time is new, and as I feel new and fresh every time, so also the reading and the experience of words inside are different. So he says, non-duality is thought by some. Some others teach duality. They don't understand that the all-pervading reality is beyond both duality and non-duality. I have to say I don't have a book. I just read from internet, so I will always looking like this. So I will repeat this verse. He says, non-duality is thought by some. Some others teach duality. They don't understand that the all-pervading reality is beyond both duality and non-duality. Because here he explains immediately that duality and also non-duality are concepts, actually. There is no thing, such a thing as duality or non-duality. There is no color or sound to the one reality. It has no qualities at all. How can one even think or speak of that, which is far beyond both mind and speech? He says that it's impossible in words to articulate, to speak something which is all-pervading. It can only be that. Even speaking is already duality. Like, we are not that and we speak about that. But words has to be used. Anyway, when you know all this universe of forms to be as vacant as the sky, then you will know Brahman. Duality will forevermore cease to be. Duality is actually the seeming feeling of being separate from the whole, from the universe, from whole. And when we have this feeling of separation in any way, it's actually only a thought. Separation is only a thought, but when we believe in it, it feels like we are separate from the existence. To some, the self appears as other. To me, the self is I. Like undivided space, one alone exists. How then could the subject and object of meditation be two? He's speaking as the self. directly from the self as the self. Nothing of what I do or eat or give or take exists for me. I'm purity itself beyond birth and death. He's also speaking about ourselves. We are only that, the pure self. So he says, nothing of what I do or eat or give or take exists for me. I'm purity itself beyond birth and death. Know that the whole of the universe is without any form. Know that the whole of the universe is forever unchanging. Know that the whole of the universe is unstained by its contents. Know that the whole of the universe is of the nature of God. You are the ultimate reality, have no doubt. The self is not something known by the mind. The self is the very one who knows. How then could you think to know the self? Maya, Maya, how could that be? A shadow, it doesn't exist. The reality is one, it's everything. It's all pervasive, nothing else exists. So what I feel like Maya, would like to say something about what I feel like Maya is actually, the world exists. We cannot deny the existence of forms and world. But what means to be the Maya is we don't see the world as it is. We see the world through the projection of our mind. And it's not the reality. It's not the really real how it is. So seeing through our projection of our mind, world is Maya. It's not real. It's illusion. And from that point of view, it's illusion because it's seen as a projection of mind. It's not seen directly as it is. So in that way, there is Maya. But from the ultimate point of view, there is no Maya. Maya is only if we see the things and world through our mind, which distorts things. That is called projection. I have no beginning, middle, or end. I have never been, nor will ever be, bound. My nature is staleness, I'm purity itself. This I know as certainty. To me, neither the elemental particles nor the entire universe exists. Brahman alone is everything. When then are the castes or stages of life? Speaking obviously about Indian tradition. I always recognize everything as the one indivisible reality. That undivided one constitutes the world, the void, all space, and the five elements. Everything is one, actually. There is no division between the world and divine. The only division, the only duality is through the mind, because mind cannot even grasp the wholeness, because mind is part of whole, and as the part cannot see and understand the whole, can only think, project, and divide, dissects, but all as illusion. It's neither neuter nor masculine nor feminine. It possesses neither intellect nor the power of thought. How then can you imagine that the self is either blissful or not blissful? Actually, he's saying there are no attributes to the self, the absolute or awareness, all the same, has no attribute. practice of yoga will not lead you to purity. Silencing the mind will not lead you to purity. The Guru's instructions will not lead you to purity. That purity is your essence. It's your very own consciousness. He's saying, whatever you do, whatever practice, whatever sadhana, doesn't mean you don't have to do, but he says, whatever you do, yoga, meditation to silence the mind, even if you follow Guru's instructions, it's not that which as action will lead you to purity, because purity is already your essence, it's your consciousness. All these techniques and Guru's instructions are helpful on the way to remove that which you are not, in order to see that what you are, that what is like hidden behind all this stuff. So nothing, no practice, no sadhana, no Guru instructions will lead you directly to the truth, but can be helpful on the way. Neither the gross body consisting of 5 elements, nor the subtle body exists. Everything is the self alone. How then could the 4th state or the other 3 states exist? He says that the self is unity. So there are no attributes. There are nothing in the self, because self is all. So we cannot say self is this or not this or everything. He says everything is the self alone. So whatever exists is the self, existing in the self as the self. I'm not bound, nor I'm liberated. I'm Brahman and nothing else. I'm not the doer, nor I'm the enjoyer. I do not pervade anything, nor am I pervaded. If ice and water are mixed together, there is no difference between one and the other. It is the same with matter and spirit. This is very clear to me. He says matter and spirits are same. No division. There is no matter or spirit, all is one. If I've never been bound, I can never be liberated. How could you think that the self with form or without could be bound? In reality, nothing ever happened. We just had a dream, or still dreaming, that we are separate entity living separately in this world. But it's only the belief. We can believe in that thought for millions of years, but that never changes the truth of our real nature, that we are the self, undivided reality. I know the nature of the one supreme being. Like space, it extends everywhere. And all the forms that appear within it are like the illusory water of a desert mirage. They just appear like real, but they're not real. I have neither a guru nor initiation. I have no discipline and no duty to perform. Understand that I am the formless sky. I am the self-existent purity. Beautiful. Now he says, you are the one purity. You have no body. You are not the mind. You are the supreme reality. I am the self, the supreme reality. Say this without any hesitancy. We must acknowledge our true nature. We must say it and see it. And stop deluding ourselves to be nothing else but self-awareness, pure awareness itself. Why do you weep, O mind? Why do you cry? Take the attitude, I'm the self. Yes, it's easy. Oh, dear one, go beyond the many, drink the supreme nectar of unity. This is so beautiful, so beautifully said. Why do you weep or mind? Why do you cry? Take the attitude, I'm the self. It's actually all depends on us. And every moment we can take this attitude. All depends on us. But somehow some of us still like to be engaged in stories. But it's not the reality. But if somebody likes to be like that, it's okay also. This is for those who want to really realize their true nature. And if there is this openness and willing to be receptive for the absolute to enter you, it's actually very easy and can happen any moment, because you are already that. You just have to see it, and that's it. Oh dear one, go beyond the many, drink the supreme nectar of unity. This is so beautiful statement. Oh dear one, go beyond the many and drink the supreme nectar of unity. You do not possess intelligence, nor do you possess ignorance, nor do you possess a mixture of these two. You are yourself intelligence. You are yourself intelligence. You yourself are intelligence. And intelligence that never ceases, never strays. We just forgot it. We just forgot it. We just identified ourselves with bodies and with limitations. And that's that's the Maya. Just have to see our true nature, to see what we are not, and then we will see what we are. It's like a game. It's like a God plays a game with us. Consciousness playing a game, but it's all the game. We are not a person. I'm not attained by knowledge or samadhi or yoga or passage of time, or the guru's instructions. Means I cannot be attained or seen by all of this. I'm consciousness itself, the ultimate reality. Like the sky, though I change, I'm ever the same. I'm consciousness itself, the ultimate reality. Like the sky, though I change, I'm ever the same. I can never be anything else. No birth, no death, and no duties. I've never done anything, either good or bad. I'm purely Brahman, beyond all qualities. How could either bondage or liberation exist for me? He says, I'm pure freedom. If God is all-pervading, immovable, whole, without any parts, then there is no division in him at all. How then could be regarded as within or without? The whole universe is shining as one, without any split or break or separate parts. The idea of Maya is itself the great illusion. Duality and non-duality are merely concepts of the mind. Actually, everything. All concepts are of the mind. All concepts. The reality does not speak. The reality just is as it is. The world of form and the formless void, neither of these exists independently. In the one, there is neither separation nor union. Truly, there is nothing but Shiva alone. And Shiva means actually, Shiva means that which is not. So any form we see, Shiva is not that. We are not that. Simple. Shiva means absolute, that which is not manifested. Actually means unmanifested. And manifested world is consciousness, God. That we are both. We are manifested and we are unmanifested. Both. You have no mother or father or brother. You have no wife or son or friend. You have no attachments or non-attachments. How then do you justify this anxiety of mind? O mind, there is neither the day of manifestation nor the night of dissolution. My continuous light neither rises nor sets. How could a wise man sincerely believe that the formless existence is affected by forms? Yes. Even though we are both manifested and unmanifested, manifested is this I amness consciousness, God, but our true ultimate nature is formless existence. So this existence which we are is not affected even by consciousness and all its content. It's a play. It's actually one big play of God. It is not undivided, nor is it divided. It experiences neither sorrow nor joy. It is not the universe, nor is it not the universe. Understand that the self is eternally one. What we are cannot be said in words. Also, he is trying to explain with very simple words. If we listen this song of the Avadhut through the mind, we cannot understand it. Mind can become crazy because it looks like a pure nonsense and madness. But if we listen to it with our open heart, every word, the energy is a pure nectar. He says, I'm not the doer, nor am I the enjoyer. I have no karma, either present or past. I have no body, nor are all these bodies mine. What could be mine or not mine to me? Because I'm all. In me, there is no impurity such as attachment. Just to check. Okay, there is no. In me, there is no impurity such as attachment. There is no bodily pain for me. Understand that I'm the self, I'm unity, I'm vast as space like the sky above. That is our true, real nature. Oh mind, my friend, what's the good of so much speaking? Oh mind, my friend, all of this has been made quite clear. I've told you what I know to be true. You are the ultimate reality. You are unbounded like space. It doesn't matter where a yogi may die. It doesn't matter how he may die. He becomes absorbed in the absolute, as the space within a jar becomes absorbed. In the outer space when the jar is destroyed, in brackets, like explanation. Whether he dies near a holy river or in an outcast hut, whether he is conscious or unconscious at his death, he merges into freedom, into unity alone. Doesn't matter actually where we live, when we die, and in which way we die. We only dissolve, our body dissolve into the supreme wholeness. Knowing this, there is no death. Knowing this, there is no fear of death. Knowing this, only love can be, and fear cannot exist along with this. He's actually speaking about and through the space of immortality. All duties, wealth, enjoyments, liberation, all people and objects in the world as well, everything in the eyes of a yogi, it's like the illusory water in a desert mirage. Meaning doesn't exist, just appear. There is no action, either present, future, or past, which has been performed or enjoyed by me. This I know without any doubt. The Avadhut lives alone in an empty hut with a pure, even mind, he is always content. He moves about naked and free, aware that all this is only the self. Where neither the third state, deep sleep, nor the fourth state, samadhi, exists. Where everything is experienced as the self alone, where neither righteousness nor unrighteousness exists. Could bondage or liberation be living there? He says bondage and liberation are both concepts of the mind. Once we see who we truly are, we see everything was actually understood as a concept. In that state where one knows nothing at all, this versified knowledge does not even exist. Even this does not exist. So now, while I'm in the state of samarasa, I, the Avadhut, have spoken of the truth. Of the truth, actually, as he said, he has spoken of the truth, not the truth. The truth cannot be spoken through words, but you can speak about it. It is meaningless to differentiate between the void and the world appearance. It's pointless to speak of the real and the unreal. Oneself, unchanging, exists alone. This is what all the scriptures declare. In this composition by Sri Dattatreya, called Song of the Avadhut, in these instructions of the wisdom of the self, this is the first chapter. So we have finished with first chapter. We can just stay in silence for a bit. And feel how we experience these words and energy inside us, inside of us. Actually, I would finish here. I just felt in this moment that it can be like, okay, enough for today. So we can stay and bring the wisdom of these words throughout our day today, and consciously knowing that we are only the self and nothing else. Encountering every new moment with the awareness of the self and nothing else. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. Ananta ki jai, Sangha ki jai. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you also enjoyed this. I can't say words, this beautiful presence of yourself. So thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, Nikhil. Bye.